everyone, welcome to another episode of the Doing the Iron podcast. I'm your host Hannah, and today I have some special guests on the podcast. The Wrestling Guy Store owner David Gomez, and the Butcher.
Mr. Butcher.
Mr. Butcher.
I thought this was going to be just me. Who invited him?
You.
I didn't want him here. Why you always got to get in on my action? Hey, listen. Wherever this store represents, I got to be involved.
Oh
right?
my
So there.
God, David.
God, I tell you.
How are you guys been?
I've been pretty good. I've been well. Just battling a little cold, but I've been well. How have you been, Hannah?
Good.
You been good?
I've been
Good.
Okay, so the first question's for David, and it's why did you decide to open a wrestling store? You could open any store, but it had to be wrestling.
I asked myself that same question. Why? Well, you know what? I used to have a cell phone store a long time ago, and it didn't do very well. So I was a big wrestling fan, and John Cena was just coming up, and Stone Cold was still was around, and The Rock and Rey Mysterio. And I said, well, you know what? I kind of need something else to sell besides cell phones. So since I was a big wrestling fan, I said, well, let's try wrestling T-shirts. And what? Yeah. And so the cell phone store closed. We still had some wrestling T-shirts. I went to the swap meet, tried them, sold out in 2 hours, and then I said, well, you know what? Let's just keep building from there. And then it just became a big old store.
So, you mentioned that you were a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been a wrestling fan?
I have been a wrestling fan. I'm 39 now, so 31 years. 31 years. I've seen Hogan, and the first wrestler I ever saw on TV was Hillbilly Jim. Hillbilly Jim, and it got me addicted. Yeah, you probably don't know who Hillbilly Jim is, huh? They're going to be like, who the hell is Hillbilly Jim?
Hillbilly Jim.
Out of all wrestlers. I'm surprised. Well, what happened was when I was like 8 years old, there was Superstars was on. Remember Superstars?
Yeah, Channel 11.
Yeah, Superstars was on.
And he was like the mid-card guy.
Yeah. Okay, you know how you have Raw and SmackDowns
Yeah.
on every Monday and Tuesday, right? Superstars was on Saturday mornings. So every Saturday morning, but you wouldn't have like them wrestling the main guys. You would have them wrestling like the cheap. And Hillbilly Jim's match was the first thing on, and it looked like fun. So I was like, oh, I got addicted. I got hooked. And so yeah, 31 years later, here I am.
For Mr. Butcher.
Yes, young lady. You just call me Butcher. Don't worry.
Have you always been a wrestling fan?
My whole life, practically, since if I can remember growing up, maybe 4 or 5 years old, I'll watch Andre the Giant on TV with my grandma, but I never got stuck watching wrestling until when I started watching some of the old guys like Ken Patera, Dr. David shows because of their anger temperament. But then what drew me closer was a guy named Roddy Piper. From there on, I was hooked. Roddy Piper. Mm-hmm.
So, Butcher, I understand you wrestled before.
Wow.
What do you mean by you say you understand? So,
I know you've wrestled before.
Yeah.
Where are some federations where have you wrestled before?
I started at Slam City, and from Slam City, and ended up turning to the Fit Pit, and then from the Fit Pit went to MPW, and from MPW went to Santino Brothers for a while, and now I'm back in the ring. You're not gonna tell us where, are you? No, it's K-Fed.
Oh,
Do you know what K-Fed means?
No.
Story-oriented.
Okay.
State K-Fed also is known for secrets. I still believe in it. A lot of wrestlers and people don't believe what K-Fed means. Is it me, or is it coincidence that this podcast is called
Doing the Orton.
Doing the Orton, and the song playing in the background during the whole podcast is Randy Orton's theme song?
Oh. We might get kicked off YouTube now. we didn't buy the licenses, right?
Damn. Gotta get you the instrumental version.
Now, even if the guy that did that one might get us too.
Yeah, you might. You ain't kidding.
So today is the Elimination Chamber, and I was wondering if you guys had any picks to win the title in the chamber.
Well, I don't even know who's the rosters in there. I mean, even though I'm going to watch it today, but I don't even know who's in the main event. Bray Wyatt. Okay. John Cena. All right. Which he's defending the title in the chamber. So it's John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, Baron Corbin, and AJ Styles. I am going with AJ Styles. There's a possibility, but I think the belt might still remain with Cena. Who are you going for?
I have no idea.
You could say AJ Styles.
I truly do not know.
Who's Dad going for?
AJ.
Now you remember.
He had a little shirt had on earlier.
I don't know why AJ's giving me a dirty look. How about Randy Orton and Luke Harper? Oh, that's going on tonight? That's going on tonight?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. And there's two women's matches, right?
Yeah, Becky versus Mickie James. Alexa Bliss versus Naomi.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm gonna say
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna say Mickie James and Naomi, but Naomi's gonna win by like DQ or something.
Yeah, she
I haven't seen Mickie James in a long while. How about you?
the same.
I don't know. I'm calling Mickie James, and
Excuse me.
I want to say Alexa. Yeah, those are my two.
Yeah. I say it's gonna be I think that's it. I don't know what other matches are on the card tonight.
Also, keep talking. I'll find it.
Okay.
Alright, go ahead.
So this one
Put
is.
your head up. Go ahead.
This one always gets me. Where every time I come to your store, you never have my size and shirts. Why is that?
You know what?
Why is that? Come on.
WWE doesn't send us kids stuff as much as we like. And it's funny that they don't send it because you would think they would, knowing that they're pushing more towards the kids, but I think they want to keep it mostly online. So I tried, though. I did order some new kids stuff this week with the licensee, so hopefully we'll get some stuff in like another week or two. I promise I will get you the Alexa Bliss. If you don't pick it up at SmackDown, I will get it for you. I will order it just for you. Promise. I'll actually place an order today in a kid size. I'll order you a kid's what, medium?
Yeah, I figured it out.
I'll order that.
Thank
Promise.
you.
I promise.
Stop pushing the John Cena shirt.
All right.
You're bugging me now.
You know what? I'm hurt.
Okay.
But you're still pooping.
This is one for your store also. Again, what are some of your guests that you've dreamed of having here signing at your store?
Oh man, my goal, my dream list is Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was very rare, but it might not happen. But hey, a man can dream.
Shoot big.
AJ Styles, Cesaro, and the one I would retire if I ever got him in here would be my last signing ever, Daniel Bryan.
Really?
If I ever got Daniel Bryan, that would be it. That's just my Daniel Bryan or Austin, and that would be it.
Really? There's like.
There's nobody
That's
else.
it?
I
You
really,
leave on top.
That's it?
yeah, I would leave on top with like that.
Wow.
I don't think you can top. If I were to get Stone Cold Steve Austin here, I don't think you could top that with anybody. I think anybody after that would just be
Maybe Jericho. You want to think?
no. I think maybe and Daniel Bryan just because he's my favorite wrestler
Okay.
after Austin of all time. So I would say after that, I would be like, like who else can top that? I mean, you could still realistically keep going because you have John Cena.
You bring people in all the time.
But I think if you, as far as popularity wise, if you get Stone Cold, there's nobody past that. As far as fan wise, if I get Daniel Bryan, there's like nobody else would live up to it unless it's Austin. So, but those and then that would be
Imagine
my
how
dream.
crazy it would be outside. Remember for Rey Mysterio?
Oh yeah,
For Rey
that was
Mysterio was
long
bad.
line.
Imagine
Yeah.
for Austin.
Oh, for Austin, I think
There'd
you're
be a
gonna
riot
get
over there.
at least 500 people. But we are trying to get Jericho, so. And we're trying to get Bret Hart. So maybe Bret. So that's your exclusive. Maybe Bret Hart.
That's doing the Orton.
Bret Hart and Jericho. That's the list. That's the goal for this year.
So you put pretty much you have Jericho on the list.
Yes, on a list. He's on the list.
He made it on the list.
Yes, and did you know my son is named after Jericho?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Jericho, Chris Jericho. They haven't met yet though, so
There's Jericho roots in this story.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta get them to meet one day. See, you met Randy Orton.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How did that go?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why?
Real quick, Randy, just get that straight. He was not an ass or anything.
No,
Great guy.
yes,
okay.
he was very nice.
Just was it because something, you were too nervous?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. You know, I've had my moments. I've had mark out moments. I don't know, like, who gave me one?
Probably not like this.
You know, speaking of Stone Cold, see, that's a sign right there. Maybe he'll be... You know what? I think I would be like that if I ever met Stone Cold. I think I would just freeze. Like, I wouldn't even know what to say. I'd be like, I don't know if I've met anybody like that yet.
That was the opposite of me.
You don't want to talk about it, though, right? You know who gave me a mark out moment? I think the first time that I ever met him is probably, I would say, probably China.
Really?
Probably China. Because it was amazing when you see somebody like that caliber, that popular on TV, and then they come in the store. So I say China.
She was there a couple times, right?
Yeah, she was here in August and then October.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you dreamed having on your podcast?
You!
I'm flattered.
Like a wrestler? Oh, a wrestler? Local or anybody?
Anybody.
Oh, probably just because I feel like I can have a good conversation and pick their brain. I would say Daniel Bryan would be like my dream guest because I feel like he would be honest, and Austin too. I think he would be really honest. I don't think there would be any what do you call it, like, what is it we say about CM Punk where he's kind of
jerk.
No, but like he's upset. Like I forgot the word.
Oh, he's not going to be bad mouthing wrestling.
Yeah, I think Austin and
you'll be able to have a conversation.
Yeah, Brian, you could pick their brain and get their true opinion on wrestling. So.
They're not jaded.
Yeah, so they're not angry at the company or something.
Mine, on my podcast, probably Randy Orton.
Randy Orton?
Yeah.
You never know. It could happen very, very soon.
Get sued and they
You
take the name from us.
He might. No, I'm sure he's fine.
that would, you know what? I'll be okay with that.
Hey!
You got me.
What would be the first question you'd ask Randy Orton?
I have no idea.
So Tuesday, if he comes up to you, let's say you just happen to run into him on Tuesday at SmackDown, are you going to freeze?
I try not to do what I did when I first met him.
Well, you got to tell me off the air what you did.
You got to
Okay.
do the Orton pose. That's a given. No matter
You
what.
have to.
They're ready.
She's hating us right now. Go ahead.
Do you have a certain wrestler that you would just like to meet in general?
Oh,
Alright, go back to Daniel Bryan.
yeah. Well, I've met Brian. The only guy I've never met is Austin, so I would say Austin.
Wow.
I can't say I met Orton. I mean, I've seen him and he took a picture with my kids, but because of the show. But I would say Austin. Austin would be like the ultimate.
I met Austin.
Have you met Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Nice guy.
Yeah?
Actually, nice guy. Bigger than I thought.
Yeah, they told me like he's really.
He's just a big guy.
Yeah. I'd probably have my Hannah moment if I met him. I'm telling you.
I met him.
I think I would.
We went to go see the Jake movie.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me.
He hosted the Q&A after.
Oh, the other fans ruined it for you, right? That's what you were telling me? Like from getting an autograph or something?
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, it was one of those things like, you're right. I got to get a picture with Austin.
Yeah.
And we were the first, I timed it perfectly when they're coming out. So I told my buddy, slow down a little. As we're walking, slow down. Let them catch us. So in college, we stopped. Hey, can we get a quick picture? As soon as we walked out, can we get a quick picture? And sure enough, everyone just. But people were prepared to meet him.
Yeah, see, they're not.
They had belts and toys. I was like,
He probably just wanted to get in and out real quick. So.
yeah.
But be ready. You might get Orton on Tuesday. I'm gonna call you guys like, hey, he's right here. I don't want you to pass out on me though. Yeah, I would say Stone Cold Steve Austin would be the ultimate guy I need to meet, and Eva Marie.
Well,
Well,
Eva Marie.
Yeah. For personal reasons.
Well, I think she's done with the WWE, right?
I'm trying to get her in here too.
So
For an
people
autograph
bad
sign.
mouth her? That's
No.
what's going to happen.
I may not open the door.
Oh.
David, is there a certain wrestling show that you would like to go to that you've never been to?
I would like to check out EWF. I haven't checked out EWF yet.
Really?
Yeah, never checked one out. I've checked out like I'm guessing you're asking me like local, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like a local show. I would say EWF, just because I've been to AWS and Santino's is cool, but I just heard like it's really small in there, and I'm not, and it's nothing against that the venue. It's just that I don't really like being in tight like areas. I get like kind of nervous. So I think like EWF is a little bigger, and I hear so much good stuff about them. So, and plus Adrian Quest is there. That's my homie, and Andy Brown. So I say EWF.
Andy Brown's a good guy, right?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, you met him. He's a cool guy, huh?
Did the podcast with them.
Oh, there you go. See, so now you got to go back on the podcast and check out for the older episode. If you get bored with me.
You said you're a Hillbilly Jim fan. That was the first guy you ever saw.
Yeah.
Just curious, what was your favorite theme song growing up?
Oh.
Because I know Hillbilly Jim didn't have one.
No. Well, he did have a little one. Don't go messing with the country boy.
But that was
later.
That was later on.
Demolition.
Demolition.
I love Demolition.
Here comes the Axe. Here comes the Smasher.
Yeah. That was my favorite. I dressed up as
That's his favorite.
Is it? I dressed up as Axe for Halloween.
That's hardcore, man.
Yeah, I wore I couldn't wear
the underwear with the chaps.
That's
what they wore. Hey,
I couldn't wear the chaps. What I did was I had boxer briefs, like boxers, not the briefs, boxers that we cut up into looking like trunks, but they weren't.
Why don't you just wear black underwear? It would have been easier.
My grandma thought they would look. I would say showing too much stuff.
But with the boxers, isn't it more flowing?
They sold the whole, and then we went to go find like I think I wore soccer pads for like their arms, and then we put like little like I don't know like little rhinestones, and then the trunks we put little rhinestones, and then we found the suspenders and we crisscrossed them. So yeah, Demolition, and then another year I dressed up as Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Wow.
Yeah, I wore the tight. I bought girl tights.
With the cut?
Yeah, and my friend, and then thank God Butcher's still in the pooper. I bought fishnet stockings, because you know he'd always wear the fishnet stockings?
Yes, under the tights.
Yeah, and my friend sewed them together and cut the thing. And then they made me a little thing. But my brain was, I wore the little bow tie, but I didn't wear the t-shirt underneath, so I went topless with the little barber jacket.
Yeah, that's how you should come out.
But I should have worn a t-shirt, because 11 years old, you don't have much to show.
Oh, you're not saying you're all built or anything?
No. I was thin. I was like, you see my son Jericho? I was like that. So everything like...
Hey, you're committed. You got the bow tie.
I was committed. I love
the bow tie and the gloves.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had the gloves, and I even bought some the shears, and then I decorated with like the barber color. That was crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was nuts. What can I say? Cosplay.
I love cosplay.
Yeah. So you should are you gonna cosplay when you go to if you go to the expo?
Yes.
Yeah. Who are you gonna be?
Raven.
Oh, from Teen Titans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know my Teen Titans.
For 1 year, I was Brie Bella for Halloween. It was cool. It was cool.
I think this year's Halloween's costumes, the big costume's gonna be the Batman and the Batgirl, the Lego ones.
Oh yeah.
I went to see that movie on Friday. There was some kids dressed up like that already. The Lego Batman movie. So if you got a chance to check it, yeah. Came out on Friday.
I didn't even know.
It's a very good movie. I think you both will enjoy it. Those kids dressed up as Batman and Lego Batgirl. It's pretty cool.
I really want to see Harley Quinn.
Oh, she's funny in the movie. She's pretty funny.
Yeah. She's my favorite. I was here for Halloween.
Yeah?
The last Halloween.
Oh. I gotta see you at the expo when you go as Raven. I gotta see that.
It's cool. I got the cape, the robe, and the wig.
The Teen Titans Raven or just regular? Or they're both the same, right? They dress the same?
The Teen Titans Raven.
Yeah,
Teen Titans is more kid-oriented than the other one.
That shows you my maturity level, because everybody that's older than you probably, likes the original Teen Titans. I guess the Teen Titans Go cartoon.
Oh yeah.
I hated that cartoon.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't really watch it. I don't.
Yeah, I think the new one's Teen Titans Go, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well the original Teen Titans, the older Teen Titans, they like that one. I like the new one that's on Cartoon Network now, the little cartoonish ones.
Oh
yeah. That shows you my maturity level. I'm a kid at heart. What can I say?
I'm still a kid. I can't say that.
See, there you go. We gotta get your dad to like that show now too. Go ahead.
My dad. So, on social media, is there any way we can follow you or find you on social media?
Yeah, on Instagram, we're as the Wrestling Guy Store. On Facebook, it's facebook.com Wrestling Guy Store. On Twitter, it's Wrestling Guy HP because of Huntington Park. And our website is thewrestlingguystore.com.
Cool. Have you been going to any of the local indie shows lately?
I've gone to a couple of the AWS, and I haven't really done too much. Usually when I get out of here, I'm pretty tired from wrestling, so a little wrestling burnt out. But just because I'm a WWE mark, I watch a lot of WWE. Believe it or not, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a little burnt out.
I believe it.
I've been going to a lot of EWF shows, but I just missed the most recent one. The one I really wanted to see, I missed it.
Is that the one where the ring collapsed?
No,
No.
we were there when that
Oh,
happened.
okay.
This one happened on Friday, I believe. The main event was Super Beetle versus Friar Juan
Roman.
Oh, okay.
Mask versus hair.
Yeah. Who won? Do we know who won?
The Super Beetle one. He got to shave his head.
Shaved the
He got to
remainder.
shave the sides of his head.
Oh, jeez.
And
It was already
it was in the match, Hate?
Hate versus Scorpio Sky and Andy Brown.
Oh, okay. I'm sure that was a hell of a match.
I'm sad I didn't get to see that one.
Yeah.
That was the one I was looking
It
forward
was,
to.
Ray Rosas and Pretty Peter.
I'm sure Hate was very disappointed. Aren't you like the only
The only fan.
Yeah.
Hate member? I think you're the only female Hate member fan.
That's not related to the actual Hate
That's not-
members.
yeah. I think they must have been disappointed. Did they win?
I don't know.
I think Ray
wasn't there.
Rosas picked up the picked up the win over Andy Brown.
See, you got lucky. 'Cause if they would have lost, they probably would have blamed you.
After Scorpio
Not
Sky turned on Andy Brown.
Oh, man. Jeez. Everybody turns on everybody.
Well, that's the world of wrestling, right?
Yeah. I haven't been to one yet. I think I might hit up Sabotage, though.
Sabotage, that sounds like a good show.
Yeah. Looks pretty good.
Did you see a wrestling guy favorite? Thunder Rosa got the SoCal Uncensored Women Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah, she got
2016.
the Women Wrestler of the Year. Finally, it only took her like 2 years to get it. So congratulations, Thunder. You met Thunder.
Yeah.
You got to get her on the show
One day.
one day. Maybe next weekend. She might be in town next weekend. So
Sabotage is going down next weekend.
yeah, maybe you can get her before Sabotage starts.
Okay.
And
You got to see the off-camera stuff.
Yeah.
this
The off-air stuff.
this is a very different podcast.
Yeah.
It's not.
Usually with
It's
really
they're usually
wrestlers.
wrestlers. This is.
Yeah,
But David's he's in the scene.
yeah. I talk a lot too.
And
I probably talk more than some of the wrestlers.
and
Yeah,
a lot of the wrestlers,
a lot.
believe it or not, they all know this guy. All local wrestlers know David, or if not David, the wrestling guy.
Yeah, that's how they know me as David, the wrestling guy. It's pretty cool because you get to know some of these guys. And when you're like somebody like me that just grew up watching WWE, and when you see, like, you hear stuff from like Eli Everfly or like Ray Rosas or Tito Escondido, it's crazy to just hear how the wrestling business is and how hard sometimes it is to get to like the WWE. It's not all the glitz and glamour like you see, you know. It's almost the same as when you play sports. Like, it's the same kind of
Yes.
route and the long road to get there.
There's just no application you fill out to become a.
Yeah.
You're on SmackDown the next week.
Yeah, it's not. And then if you even get a tryout, that doesn't mean you're like in, you know. It's like you still have to impress somebody to get in. So it's fun that way. I didn't even know Tito Escondido was a customer of mine when we were at the swap meet.
Really?
Yeah. Until he came in here for a podcast and he goes, you do know? I used to buy from you at the swap meet. And I was
He's
like,
Rico's longtime tag team partner.
yeah. He's a member of Hate. So there you go, see? I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
until I did the
yeah.
podcast, I learned. So it's pretty fun. So yeah, sometimes you just got to listen to the stories.
So it's always good when the wrestlers are fans of actual wrestling.
Yeah. And it's amazing because he went in there to meet Chris Masters, I believe. So yeah, I think they had a post down. I'm just kidding.
It's up to you.
Thank you, David, for being on my podcast and wherever Butcher went.
I think he has diarrhea. I think he's stuck in there somehow. So if you don't hear from him, you know why. But thank you for having me on.
Okay, thanks for being on my podcast, David. And the Butcher, I guess, wherever he went.
I'll tell him.
Just say thanks,
Okay.
Butcher.
Thanks, Butcher.
He's in there struggling.
Oh yeah, that is the end of the podcast. And is there any way to contact us on social media? Okay, well, thank you for listening to our podcast, everyone. And again, thank you, David, for being on my podcast.